Hello, I'm Debbie Steiner, publisher of Lux Northwest, and today we will be speaking with Kip Rumens from Travis Industries, the House of Fire, manufacturers of gas, wood, and pellet fireplaces, freestanding stoves, and inserts. Kip has been with Travis Industries for over 40 years and a rugged road warrior. I know for a fact that prior to his promotion to Vice President of Sales Worldwide 2 years ago, he traveled minimally 50% of the year away from his family. So kudos to you, Kip. And we are absolutely talking to the expert of everything fireplaces. And he can tell you anything you'd ever want to know. And today, Kip will be talking to us about wood fireplaces, inserts, and freestanding stoves for two of their brands, Lopi and Fireplace Xtrordianiar. So, Kip, I found out that Lopi Wood Stoves was founded in the late 70s. Can you tell us a little bit about the company history there?
Yeah, my brother Kurt is the one that actually founded the company, and he started as a stove seller. He was selling stoves for a manufacturer back east. He started right here in Seattle, Washington, right down in Ballard, of all places. And he was selling some stoves for a different manufacturer. And when he started selling those stoves, he started coming up with ideas on how to improve that stove. And what he did is he said, you know, the stoves are typically they're just not very good looking. They just have no design to them. They all had solid doors. They didn't even have glass in them back then. And so what he did is he took a stove design, cut it out of cardboard, colored it all in, and sent a design back to the East Coast and said, look, if you made some doors like this, we could really sell this. And that manufacturer promptly put the design back in the box, sent it back to him, and said, look, you're not a designer, you're not an engineer, you've never gone to school for this stuff, so here, thank you, but no thank you. We don't need any help in designing products. You just sell what we give you. So he goes, well, with an attitude like that, I guess I'll start my own stove company. And that was the motivation. It was right during oil embargo years. And he went forward, and nothing has stopped him since.
Well, and I can attest to that. He's brilliant. Your brother, as brilliant as you are, Kurt is even like a step above. He's like scary smart, right?
Oh, he's amazing when it comes to design and vision of where this company is going. It's amazing.
Well, that's one reason why we have such a successful partnership with Travis Industry. You know, Lux does is we are also visionaries and leaders in our field, and have our hand on the pulse of design sensibility. And you absolutely embrace that at Travis Industries, and it makes a really great partnership for our mutual brands. So, in terms of the different models and sizes in each of your categories, how do they differ for their heating needs and applications?
Well, it's a great question because we have several different sizes ranging from freestanding and insert for the retrofit market to built-in fireplaces for, depending on your 1,000 to 1,500 square foot home, all the way up to your 3 or 3,500 square foot home. Some of that is based on the geographic region that you might live and how cold it is, how well homes are insulated. Some of it's floor plan design, but really the sizes of the fireboxes are going to dictate that. So what you're seeing on my right-hand side here is my flushwood insert. This comes in an arch model or rectangle model, and this one is designed to do 2,000 square feet plus. And again, that depends on your climate you live in, but it's a major heater for the home, very high efficiency. And today, a lot of customers buy a stove. They want to use a stove in the evenings. They want to use it on the weekends, but they also are trying to we're seeing it change just in the last year as energy prices have gone up. People are looking back to wood again and going, I need a wood stove. I need to offset my high energy bills because electricity's gone up, propane's gone up. So I've got to do something to offset those costs. On my left side here is one of the built-in fireplaces for new construction or major remodel where you're adding a fireplace where you don't currently have one. And this is the 44 Elite. It takes a 32-inch piece of wood. So it's a massive firebox. I'm getting really warm right now. These things heat really, I'm sitting right between the two of them. So it gets really warm right here.
So I have a question. If somebody had a 4,000 or 5,000 square foot house, what would be your recommendation for how many fireplaces they would need to heat the home?
Well, like the floor plan that I was talking about, depending on the floor plan, how open it is. If it's new construction, you can physically do that with one fireplace, like this large fireplace on my left here, the 44 Elite. It does. We've got houses right now that they're over, even in the Northwest, where we're doing over 4,000 square feet of heating. With one case I can talk about is my old business partner. He's doing over 4,000 square feet. He spends about $100 a month on propane because he uses it for hot water, for cooking,
Yeah.
things like that as well. His neighbors are spending $500 a month on propane. He uses the Xtrordianiar to heat his home. And it does it with one single fireplace. And today's energy codes, the houses are built tighter, right? So the tighter they build a house, the less energy that's required because it holds the heat better. So these new high efficiency stoves, some of these stoves are over 77% efficiency. So when you're using a piece of wood, you're getting 77 cents of every dollar you put inside that stove is coming to you back as heat returned into the room. So the key is dry wood, and that's what makes these things really sing. That's what keeps the glass clean. That's what gets you the performance. That's what gets you the low ash content inside the stove. And they really perform for customers.
And do you use these for commercial purposes as well, hotels, restaurants? Or
We don't do
is
much.
that
We don't do much wood burning in commercial anymore. Most commercial places have switched over to gas just because of convenience and ease of operation. Because you got to train too many people. If you don't live with a wood stove, you don't know how to operate it. So most of it is all residential on the wood burning products.
got it, got it. And what's your market share, would you say?
Oh, in
For this
market share, we have as high as 30%. It depends on which category. In the
Right.
gas fire or the wood fireplaces, we have as high as 50% in the certified EPA wood fireplaces, and we make 3 different models. The wood burning models, we've been making them. They've been Xtrordianiar brand has existed since 1976, so it's the oldest brand of fireplace that we make, and it's the biggest performer when it comes to new construction because we do the classic arch like you see on my left, and we make one very similar to the flush wood that you see on the right, which is very clean, square door, rectangular, big viewing area, 24-inch piece of wood, and it also features a really cool feature. It's called Green Start, and what it does is a touch of a button, it starts your fireplace up. What there's basically a combination of 2 things. There's a heating element, kind of like the size of your finger, and basically it glows red. It gets up to 1,400 degrees in 30 seconds. And this isn't fired by gas. This is fired by electricity. It just warms up. But behind that is a very small compressor. And that compressor moves about as much air as you would blow if you were trying to blow on a fire, which is about 6 CFM of air. So it's blowing that air across that element into the firebox. The element itself is flush with the back of the firebox. So it doesn't protrude out into the firebox or anything. So you stack your wood in the firebox, put it right up against the element, load your wood with the cordwood, everything, load it all up, put your smaller pieces, your larger pieces, hit that button, close the door, and basically in about a minute, you have an ignition going where the fire just lights because of that 1,400 degree element. And because that compressor stays going for up to 15 minutes, it's fanning that fire. So it's like an automatic bellows for your fire.
Oh my God, brilliant. Now, so what are the safety and installation codes for your wood products versus your other products? Or are they the same or are they different?
Sorry, I'm getting a little warm here. Very similar to gas products. Safety is something that we test for. We do all of our own safety testing in-house, and all of the testing that we do is for temperature, for clearance to combustibles. So a wood insert like the one on my right here, that's for existing open masonry fireplaces. So if you have a brick chimney and a brick fireplace that the chimney's all made out of the same material, it's all non-combustible, that's made to install and retrofit right into there. And then we have a stainless steel liner that goes from the top of the stove all the way out the top of the chimney. And that's what gets your flue exhaust temperatures warmed up and gets you a really good draft on the stove. You can tell the way these things are drafting here next to me. They're burning beautifully because we have a metal flue liner all the way up. And on the fireplaces, they can frame in what's called zero clearance, is one of the terms in our industry. What that means is it gets built in. I can build wood framing, make it look like a fireplace, slide my unit in because it has built-in air chambers around the unit to allow that unit to be safely installed in the regular framing.
People get confused over what a wood insert is versus a wood fireplace. Can you shed some light on that for our audience?
Yeah, I touched on because the term in our industry, and again, it's an industry term. And consumers, the insert here to my right is, we just talked about it for a second. It's designed to go in an existing fireplace, and the existing fireplace is already pre-constructed. Sometimes it's a factory-built fireplace with brick on the face of it, but it uses a metal chimney. We have some smaller inserts that can be installed into those, but really in a masonry chimney, these large ones need a masonry chimney to be installed into, like the one on my right here. This flush wood insert comes in an arch or it comes in rectangle, so it has two different styles, and it comes in a multitude of different faces and trims, so you can customize it to what you would like for your home. But it takes that masonry chimney and a masonry fireplace. And the what we call a zero clearance or a built-in is for new construction or major remodel where you're adding a fireplace where you don't currently have one.
So in terms of sales, what areas of the country do you sell the most wood burning fireplaces?
It's interesting. That's a great question because, you think historically across the top of this country up into Canada is the strongest area to sell products because of the cold temperatures. It's amazing. The fireplace on my left, the 44 Elite, it's amazing how many wood burners we sell in the Texas marketplace. Everything has a masonry look down there. Everything has a brick look chimney on the outside of it. And they love the big firebox. It takes big wood. They build these great big living rooms. And I'll tell you, when the power goes out down there, they have a heater that'll keep their family warm. And that's what makes the difference with wood burning. You have that reliable backup heat. So other areas of the country aren't as strong, but we sell wood all over the country. Not so much in Florida, but still all over the country.
Big hugs to you and your family, and thank you for a wonderful interview today. And I know our audience has definitely been, their knowledge of fireplace safety and design has definitely been enhanced.
Well, thank you, Debbie, and thanks for keeping up the quality of Luxe Magazine because it's a perfect fit for our products. We love the houses that you show. We love the whole layout and how you go about publishing this magazine. It's perfect for our customers. Thank you.
Thank you. Big hugs. Bye.